All right, y'all, we're back. And but before anybody says it, yes, I should have made a video on this way before this, but here we are. So winter projects today, I think, is January the 13th, 2025. And there's a huge list. There's a huge lists for the Maverick for the winter. Some things that I just wanted to address, really cosmetically, an assortment of things mechanically that we still just haven't dealt with on this car. Y'all that have followed along know that there's super cool car, and bought it pretty much together but not running, and we've had it all back apart again pretty much, and we're touching the last of the places that we haven't touched and trying to make things right with this car. So let's start back here. This car's had axle leaks big time. Thought we had it fixed, but the right side was still leaking. These Willwood Dynapros have their own specific whatever you want to call it, axle keeper, axle bracket. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but anyway, it had the wrong things on the axles, and we've had a heck of a time getting the seals in there and getting everything okay. The left side's okay, the right side not. So yet another bearing pressed off and seal on the axle. I think we understand now what to do to get them in there right. You can see whenever this car was built, not by me, but they just hard plumbed the calipers in the back. So we'll be taking all that apart, and I've got the new Willwood braided lines to go on there, and we'll weld tabs on the rear end and take care of all that. Then the major the major thing has been in here. We first bought this car, those of you that have been following along know this, but it had a TKO in it, and this is a 69.5 car, and the tunnels are tiny in these cars, and no way there was enough room for the TKO. Sold it, bought the TKX, fit in a little bit better, but still almost 5 degrees down. It worked okay, but super noisy. Tremec, pretty much everybody I talked to about it says it can't be angled down that far. Tremec says 3 is the max, 3 degrees down is the max. Got a good buddy, William, that knows these transmissions forward and backward, and he says that more like 1 degree down is a better idea. So that's where we are now. It took jacking up this transmission almost 3 inches at the mount to make that happen. I made a new cross member and got all that stuff in there already. I'm waiting on a local sheet metal shop to finish this, I guess you call it a tunnel patch, but whatever, new tunnel to go on there, and then hopefully that'll be done today and we can start getting that in there. And then a bunch more stuff going on the inside that we'll talk about later. So, but anyway, those are the huge deals. But unfortunately, if y'all remember back to whatever we learned at 7th grade or whatever, with every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So unfortunately, that reaction came to pass under the hood. So and y'all remember when we put this cooling in there that, man, it's close now, because everything, of course, the engine's all pivoting forward because of having to raise the transmission up. So these were actually square before, but I've had to remake these upper shock mounts. I've already done that, or shock tower mounts. I've already done that to move this Monte Carlo bar inch forward. There just wasn't enough room in there. And one of my projects today is, probably can't hardly see it, but the fuel line going back to the regulator is super tight in there, like it not nearly long enough. Also probably can't see it. Maybe you can, I don't know. Had to make a little notch right at the corner of the oil pan in the mount for the lower control arms to clear the oil pan. Throttle cable also stretched out like a guitar string, too short. and a new throttle cable coming hopefully today. And like I said, this, you can see that everything's way more square with the world than it was before, but man, we don't have much room in there at all. And but the plus is there are some pluses to this. You can see down in there now, hopefully, maybe not. Okay, you just got to trust me. But before, the sway bar was right against the front of the oil pan, and that pivoting back has made some room for that. Header clearance, this car's got mid-length Patriot headers on it, and there's just a mountain of room on the left-hand side to the shock tower, and of course the shock towers are notched on this car. Not so much on the right-hand side, and this header has basically been against, barely touching the shock tower ever since we've had this car, and jacking that stuff up made some clearance there. We had when we put this radiator in here, which has been incredibly cool, by the way, but when we put this radiator in here, I thought we were going to be okay, but we're not. But you can see a funky little mark right there on the radiator cap, so it's just barely touching the hood. So one of my projects I'm getting ready to start on here is pull the radiator out of it, slot the holes just a little bit to get some clearance there, and have to notch out that cross member a little bit down there, and then I don't have much room to the lower radiator hose, so not like we can go down a bunch, but we don't need a bunch. So got that stuff going. The struts have never been in this car exactly right. It has RRS out of Australia front strut conversion, and they are in it right now. They're turned the correct way now, which of course totally fouled up the alignment, but it was just not right before the way it was, and finally did that. And then I got all the rotors off of it. We're just doing some cosmetic work, painting and such on those. I repainted calipers and all that. So anyway, this is kind of an overview of projects we already, I'm not going to show it to you today because I got it back apart to get the rear bumper off of it. We put a new rear bumper on it, and just the chrome was just not the greatest on the old one, so we had put a new front bumper on it. These are ACP bumpers, chrome, really nice, super nice front bumper. Well, the rear bumper, when I put it on there, I didn't notice it inside, but when I got this car outside, there was a spot in the chrome where you could actually like see the copper. So, and E-Classics warranted it, no big deal. They're waiting on it to come on FedEx today. So I got the back bumper off of it, and so I've got part of my interior panels out, but my buddy James Carter and his son Brandon made panels inside the trunk that are super cool, and upholstered panels, and I'll show you those later. And redid a package tray and quite a few other things that are going on the inside. We're going to be building a console for it once we get this tunnel done, and doing some other cool stuff on the inside. So anyway, just want to bring you up to speed. Like I said, probably should have made this video earlier when it was more apart, but here it is, and I'll update soon. Thanks for watching.